Whew. Yeah, good evening, everyone. It's been a very busy day. I was actually supposed to have a Zoom before now, but I was so engaged or busy in the school trying to sort things out. Yeah, good evening, everyone. You're welcome, and I'm happy to see you. I know you've been missing me. I know. Don't worry, we'll soon resume our life. It's just sometimes you get so choked up with a whole lot. So you see, real people, real issues, real God is a series, is a program. Sometimes we will also do physical. Sometimes we'll have to invite the guest. Please sit tight. You would learn a lot. Would learn a lot. So I don't know whether my guest is here. She's not here. I can't find her. Good evening, everyone. Please let me know where you are. You're watching me from. I think I've invited Uche. Is it clear?
Yes, Mommy, it is.
Okay, but your this thing has to be stable.
Yes, Ma.
Okay, okay. So good evening, everybody. This is a program that God Himself initiated, and it is for us to learn. My name is Ibezi Mako. I don't want to be a victim. Let me learn from what has happened to other people. You're watching from South Africa. Good to have you. Other people, let me know where you're watching from. Shade the Christian. People should always have mercy with these Instagram names so that it will be very easy to pronounce. So my name is Ibezimako. That means I want to learn from what has happened to other people. I don't want to be the victim. Like I don't want it to happen to me. So the people that it happened to, uh, are they hated by God? They actually loved. They survived it. They are survivors. They are the ones that has gone ahead of us. They are more knowledgeable and more experienced in that matter. Because when things like that come up, you hear them, talk from the wealth of experience. Everything is not on Google. Everything is not on Safari. There are things that you would only get at the feet of wisdom. So I try to bring in people with different encounters. Next week, we're going to talk about money, how to make money, how to be wealthy, and how to be blessed. I don't like poverty. I don't like it. I don't like it. So there are two people in the Bible that had similar, okay, different encounters, but the same name. The first and the second Tamar. The first Tamar had her husband die, and her brother-in-law was to marry her. But the brother-in-law did not want the lineage of her brother to continue, of his brother to continue. So he spilled the semen outside. God got angry and killed him. And the third husband ran away. But this Tamar didn't give up. She said, I am ready to wait until they are ready to marry me. She didn't go. Now, the second Tamar, and the first Tamar happened before the second Tamar. The second Tamar was raped by her half brother. That's why I tell all the youth, be careful. One bad friend will just come and sow very bad seed in your mind, and you fall out of God's mercy. You fall out of God. I'm actually handling a case now. God, in his infinite mercies, decided to favor you, chose your path for you. And one funny person that your destinies are not the same came and whispered something into your mind, and you've lost it. You're losing it. Somebody that cannot give you life, somebody that cannot save you when you're in danger, somebody that cannot even give you money to proceed and pursue that cause. They are just there to cause trouble. But I don't blame them. I blame the listener. I blame you that listened. You that forgot where you're coming from. So bad friends was what happened to Amnon. And incidentally, it was his brother, his cousin, that gave him a bad devilish advice. And the thing stuck. People don't always allow the good advice to stay. It's the bad one. God told him to sleep with his sister and cause and commit incest. He agreed. And so raped Tamar. And after that rape, David never talked about it. And Tamar was miserable all the rest of her life. So the second Tamar did not learn from the first Tamar. Because if she had learned, she would have known that it's not the end of the world. Something good can still come out. So that's the essence of real issues. They are real. They are everyday affairs. They are things that happen to us. They are things that somebody passed through. They are real. And they happen to real people. They didn't happen, it happened in the wonderland. It's not a fiction. It's real. And then how real God. Some people say there's no God. There is God. Somebody told me today that I don't think there is anything God can do for me again in this matter. Really? I mean, I wrote exam and I failed it. What else can he do for me? Well, may nothing ever make you lose faith in God. May nothing. Because there's no case God can handle as long as you willingly come to him. So this is the reason for these meetings every Thursday. Real issues, real people, real God. So I have today someone that has a real story. A lot of them will be coming and gracing your camera every Thursday with different things. Just learn from them. Please, can you invite people? Most of the times when you join this life, we run away from repeating the same problem. You just learn from somebody. So please send it on people's DM, invite them to come. Let them come and learn. It will bless them. So I have here Uche Ikoro. Uche will tell you her story. She will tell you her journey. She will tell you how it happened. She will tell you how she was able to come out of it. And she'll tell you where she is now. Peradventure, you're in that shoe. Peradventure is happening to you now. You would always say, God, you did it. You're not a respecter of anybody. You that did it for this person, you will do it for me. And then faith comes. You are encouraged. You have faith. You grow. And then you become an authority in that area. Why do people call me today to speak to those who are in one problem or the other, those who need babies? Because I was once there. The Igbo man will say, the old woman will never sleep nor fall on a dance she's been used to. So we're going to invite Uche. She will introduce herself. She will tell you who she is and what God has done in her life and where she is now. One name, go ahead.
Good evening, Big Mommy.
Good evening.
I must say I'm excited to be live with Big Mommy. This is the first time I'm coming live with Big Mommy. I always stand behind the camera. I must sincerely say I've been tense, But Mommy, I thank you for the opportunity to share my story on real issues, real people, real God. I sincerely want to appreciate our Big Mommy, Pastor Chama. Mommy is an amazing person. She will always give you the opportunity. She does not stop you from doing the things that she knows that will help you improve in life. And Mommy, I want to thank you. Thank you so much, Mom, for this opportunity. My name is Uche Ikoro. I'm a member of Singles and Married International Fellowship, actually Mommy's PA. My journey started 2005 when I graduated from the university. I didn't have this like girls who always pray, God, I want to get married, I want to get married. I wasn't so keen about getting married, but a man came, a young man by name Oge. He was from my place, and after much prayers and confirmation, we got married. Precisely 11th November 2006. I was serving at Enugu after my BSc, and we got married there in Enugu 11th November 2006. And he was a very caring man, tall, was still in school at the same time working, and we had a good home. And we believed God that we would work together in the path of marriage till we grow old. And then in 2007, 2007 January, as a woman, I took him for the first time and I lost the pregnancy in jet. A month later, I had so much bleeding and the baby left. But it didn't bother me because I was still young, very young, and I knew that more will come. December, the next year, 2008, I took in again, and after 7 weeks, I started bleeding and bled and bled and bled, and the pregnancy went too. I believed God that when God takes one, He gives you two. While believing God for the pregnancy, another one, I came back to Omaha after my service because I was currently working with Abia State Planning Commission. So after my service, I came back and joined the Ministry of Lands and Survey. That was in 2007 August. So I had to shuttle between Omaha and Enugu. He was living in Enugu and I was working in Omaha. So every weekend, every other weekend or every weekend, I would travel back to Enugu to be with him. So it was on the process of running around that road that I had the second miscarriage. But I believed God. So because of it, he decided that the following year, being 2009, he would relocate to Omaha so that I won't be plying the road, the Enugu road. Then it wasn't so good, especially that Okibe road. It was so bad. So in 2009, June, second week of June, precisely on the 5th of June, I traveled to Enugu. I just had this urge to go and stay with him. So I told my boss in the office then that I wanted to go to Enugu. He said, go and stay with your husband. I traveled, and usually if I go on a Friday, I come back on a Monday. But that on a Monday, I couldn't come being the 7th of June. I didn't have the urge to come back. So I called my boss in the office and told him, sir, that I just want to stay a little in Enugu. I didn't know that those were the last moments of
Wow.
my stay with him. So I stayed, and on by the weekend I traveled back to Umahia. And when I was traveling, he told me I will see you on Father's Day, being 13th of June, that he was coming to Umahia to do the Father's Day. And I was excited. At least I won't travel that weekend. And I came back. Between that 7th and 14th and 13th that he was supposed to come, I had the urge to do a 7 days freeze, uh, all night freeze. So every 12 midnight, I'll stand up and I worship God. I was so excited. On the 13th, the program ended. He was supposed to come back for Father's Day, but he said he wouldn't come back because the Father's Day was shifted to the next Sunday. So that, and that 13th, that he had a program in church, so he wouldn't come back. He was the music director in his church, in our church then, Methodist Church in Enugu 1. So he was to sing in church, and he told me he wouldn't be able to come back. So I was like, okay, it's just a week, few days, you'll come back. And on the 14th, being Monday, on 14th being Monday, usually every morning he will wake me up. Hey, wake up. It's time to get ready for work, because he goes to work very early. By 7:30 already he's at work, because he was teaching then at one school in Sacred Heart. So once he wakes up, he wake me up, get ready for work, because he's someone that doesn't like anything called lateness. He doesn't believe you should go to work late. You must be there on time and you must do your work. So in the night of that 14th, I came home and we had a very long call. He talked to me and asked me how office was. I told him, he asked me that I should remember that this is the starting point, because then I had to go back to level 8, that I should do everything I can, get serious with my work. And after talking, he said something, I'll see you by weekend. I said, okay. He said, I miss you. I said, no, don't miss me, because very soon you'll see me. And he laughed. And that was it. He slept. On Tuesday, being 15th, there was this excitement there was this excitement. Monday was 13th. On 14th, being Monday, that was the last time we saw. On 15th, there was this unusual excitement in my heart. The excitement was so much. I don't know what happened. In the office, I was singing all the love songs I knew, Boys to Men. I was singing, I would dance. I was excited. That was on Tuesday. I didn't even remember he didn't call me that morning. And because then we had gotten a house, he wanted to move over that 2009. So while in the office, I didn't notice he didn't call. After work, around 4 p.m., I got to the house and he dawned on me. I said, so this man does not want to call me. He wants me to be the person to call him. Okay, I will not call him until 6. By 6 p.m., he did not call. I started calling his line. I called him for more than 1 hour. Unlike him, he didn't take his call. So I didn't figure out anything was wrong. By 7 p.m., he still didn't pick his call. I now called my elder sister. I said, sister, I don't know. I've been calling Ogi. He has not picked his call. Hey, my sister got angry. I have told you, don't get that young man angry. I said, sister, did you hear me? I said, he has not picked his call. He said, okay, drop your call. Let me call him. I don't know what happened. She said she's been calling. They called my father. Grandpa tried calling him. He didn't take his call. And somehow I got a little scared. I called his friend and asked him, because they go to school together. The young man was living very close to our house. I called him. I said, Maka, did you see Oge today? He said no, that by the time he finished, it was already late, that he had to run to school. Wow. I called the church. and asked them, please, is there any night vigil in church? They said, no, there's no night vigil in church. I was like, this is strange. The whole of that Tuesday, I called and called and called, and he didn't take his call. So around 10 p.m., I wanted to sleep. So I took my Bible to read. On opening the Bible opened by itself. Psalm 68, verse 5. He is a faithful judge of the widows, a father to the fatherless. He will restore solitary to the home. I screamed, I said, God, this night, who do you want to make a widow? I closed the Bible and dropped it. And I remembered him. And I said a prayer. Oh God, wherever Oge is, I know he is in peace. I had this burial song, peace, perfect peace. And immediately I told myself, even that, it is perfect peace. And God gave me sleep. I slept off. I didn't wake up. I didn't have any feeling that something had happened till 6 a.m. Unlike me that used to wake up by 5. I jumped and I asked, what's the time? 6 a.m. I started making calls again. Suddenly, I started losing peace. I immediately went to my wardrobe, dressed for work, and took a black hair tie and tied on my hair. I didn't have any knowledge of anything. So I stepped out and I met my reverend. This our reverend that was living with us, Reverend Onwunta. I went to him, I said, Daddy, I'm scared. He said, what is it? He said, I've been calling my husband and he has not been taking his call and I'm losing my peace. He said, kneel down, let me pray for you. He laid his hand on my head and said, peace come back to you in the name of Jesus. All the peace gathered and ran away. It was so scary. So I decided to go to work. But instead of going to work, I went straight to my parents' house because we are living at Abama then and they were at Adelabo. Immediately I got to the house. Everybody, they were sniffing. Grandma, everybody, their eyes were red. Grandma, what is it? She said, oh, sorry, I had a bad catarrh last night. That the catarrh was so bad. My younger sister, her eyes were swollen and she said she had catarrh. I said, this kind of catarrh that is happening to everybody in the house. What happened? He said, I know now, catarrh and flu. That was 16th of June on a Wednesday. So I was there, my elder sister, everybody. If I pass, people will look at me and shake their head. And nobody told me anything. And while sitting at the house, I saw my elder sister come with a lot of people. I said, sister, what is the problem? She said, no problem. I said, if you don't talk now, I'll jump. She screamed, Uche, hold on, I'm coming. Then my father entered and told me to sit down. I sat down. He said a lot of stories, narrated a long sermon. And at the end of the sermon, he said, Oge slept and did not wake up. It sounded like Greek. Oge slept and did not wake up. I said, Grandpa, it's again, as in, what did you say? He said, you're looking for my trouble. Oh. I did not ask you any question. Oh. I did not ask you. And he started crying. I said, Grandpa, sorry. I mean, you said Oge slept and did not wake up. What's the meaning of that? And he gave me the shocker of my life. He is in the mortuary. Wow. Instantly, I became confused. I spoke with him all through the night. He was not sick. He didn't complain of headache. He didn't complain of heartache. He didn't complain of nothing. So which one is mortuary? And I screamed, and a song came to my mind immediately. Jehovah mazuru, Chineke mazuru, ọ dịghị ihe gbara ya harimoli. Chineke mazuru, because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because I sang the first stanza and sang the second stanza, and I broke down in tears. I cried. I started counting. I started counting our journey. Just 2 years, 7 months, 3 days, and a story is coming up. I didn't know who to look up to. My family, they gathered, they said, Uche, we are here for you. Wow, the journey of widowhood started. On the 4th of July, he was led to rest, and reality set in. I thought I could fight it by myself. I thought it was by human connection. My elder brother, who was a minister, that Reverend Nana, he would speak to me and talk to me, but they made no sense. I started gradually falling into depression. It started. I would see my younger sister because she had our last born, AAB. She had small kids. She had her first daughter then, and I think that was 2009. Yes, she had her first daughter, and the little girl will always come around me, sit with me, and want to gist with me. Anytime the mom calls her to come, I'll start crying. I'll remember, hi, had it been no girl was around, we would have had a kid of ourselves. That day has ended. I will so cry. I will so cry. If anybody is coming, I'll pretend I'm happy. I started pretending. I started sinking in. Grandma will come and sit down to talk with me. Immediately she leaves. Realities will come. I will cry. Big mommy, I will cry. Anytime I see my younger sister going out with her husband, my day is spoiled. Mother's Day is coming. That would be the worst. Everybody, they will tie a wrapper to go to church. I will cry. I'm going to bring out my uniform. I will cry. I'll tell them I'm not going to church. I won't go to church. I started living the things of God gradually. I started withdrawing myself from church. I started withdrawing. I'll go to church, sit down, empty. Go empty, come back empty. Emptier than I left. Anytime it's Father's Day, my mind will go back to June. And when others are laughing, I'll cry. When others are busy celebrating, I'll find out time to. They used to call me Ihu Atochi, Iru Atumere. My face will not smile. I will not laugh. Before I laugh, you know that it was bad, man. In 2016, we went for a program in church. By then, I had gone back to work, find solace in maybe bury myself in work. And because while I was married, okay, I'll get to that. In 2016, we had a program in church at Christ Methodist Church, World Bank, and I had a voice preaching. It was as if the person was talking directly to me. And at the end of the program, I ran to one of our aunties in church, Auntie Olayachi. I said, Auntie Olayachi, please, who is that woman? I had seen her previously in my church, but because it was that time, the depression was so much, so I didn't even make any meaning out of what mommy preached. I'm talking about Pastor Choma now. So I asked Auntie Olayachi, who is that woman? He said, you don't know her? I said, no, I don't know her. He said, it's Pastor Choma. She's the pastor in charge of Singles and Married International Fellowship. I said, wow, where did they meet? They said, Fimbas Road. Instantly, that thing in me rose up and said, what are you going there to do? For circuit, leave them. Singles and married. Are you single? Are you married? Which one are you? So that thing took me over. But on leaving the church, I had it very loud and clear. Because mommy announced that there will be a program in February at the fellowship. So I had it loud and clear. Take your 1 month salary and sow a seed into her life. I said, God, this cannot be you. I just sowed a seed of 100,000. How much is my salary this January? And now you're asking, January is 88 days. And you're not telling me that the little salary I'll get in January, I should go and sow it. My peace, I lost my peace. And immediately the salary came. I withdrew it. It was about 45,260. I made it up to 45,300 and put it in an envelope. So I called the number that Auntie Olayachi gave me, and Pastor Choma is amazing. Unless mommy is in a meeting, unless she is busy, she will always take your call. And she will not, the way she will talk to you, she said, how may I help you? I said, please, ma, I want to see you. She said, okay, come to 39 Fibers on Tuesday. Is my counseling day. I said, okay, I'll be there, ma. I hung up the phone. I said, counseling. I don't need counseling, so what am I going there to do? Immediately I came and I was ushered into mommy's office. Big mommy looked at me and said, "What is your name?" I said, "Uche Paul Oburu." She looked at me a second time and said, "There is something about your name." I didn't say anything. I didn't tell mommy anything. What can I do? I said, "Mommy, God told me to bring this seed." She looked at it. Pastor Choma will ask you, where did you get that money from? She's not someone that is excited by your millions. No, she's not moved. You can't bring it to move her or please her. She just looked at it and said, "What do you do?" I said, "I'm a civil servant." "And how did you get this money?" I said, "Mommy, it is my salary. God told me to bring it as a seed." She collected it. Mommy did not open it. That was the first time I saw myself giving a pastor a seed, and she was not keen on looking at what was inside it. She did not even open the envelope. She just took it and placed it on the table and turned and looked at me and said, "What do you do?" I told her, "Are you married?" I said, "I was married." She said, "Wow, okay. But there's something about your name. Make sure you're in fellowship." And that fateful first Saturday of the fellowship, during a few days to my birthday, I came and I had the word. I cried. I still have pictures of that fellowship. There was nothing I could do. The depression had taken me over. I didn't have anywhere to go to. I didn't have no one to look up to. But I knew that God had called me for something. I came to fellowship February, March, April, I ran away. I I didn't want to be told to leave my present state of depression. Now, let me tell you what depression can do to you. It will make you withdraw to your shell. It will make you not feel anything called love. Even when good things are coming your way, the devil will always twist it for you not to see any good in that situation. I did not see any good in my life anymore. I did not even feel like having any relationship with anybody. I didn't feel like coming out. Anything that has to do with crowd, count me off. Anything that has to do with celebration, count me off. It's not for somebody like me. As far as I was concerned, God did not do me well. As far as I was concerned, God hurt me badly. As far as I was concerned, He did not do well to me. Why did He bring me out to get me married? Just to take the man after 2 years? Did I beg to be married? So everything about church, I didn't like it. One day, my elder brother, Nana, called me and said, "Uche, do you think you're backing God? You're backing yourself." I ignored him. September. Okay, in August, I decided to start up a new relationship. And September 19th, I think, Big Mommy Pastor Choma sent a broadcast. "Why are you overly excited?" "Because he told you I love you. You're not the first. Give it time." I ran to my elder sister, Sister Ife. I said, "Sister Ife, come on. See this pastor. I don't know how. I did not tell her anything. See what she sent me this morning." And my elder sister, she knows Pastor Choma very well. She said, "Uche, listen to what she's telling you." Instantly, I called the person I was in the relationship with and I asked him a question. "Are you in any other relationship?" Like magic, he said yes. Ah, I said, "Seriously? So what Pastor Choma said is true?" I said, "Do you love her?" I said, "Do you want to marry her?" I said, Big Mommy, I picked race. I took my shoes, my running heels, and I ran away. And 1st of October, I came to fellowship and I decided to stay in Singles and Married International Fellowship. 2017, Mommy was planning International Women Fire Conference, March. And she said, "Uche," she called me out among, we were three of us, I, Sister Ada, and one other sister. Big Mommy called us out and said,
Okay.
"I want
Okay.
you people to I want you people to be in the protocol. So that day I went back home. Immediately I got home, I was led to do face towel for the program. So when I brought the face towel to mommy on a Sunday, mommy said, Uche, God told me that you will work with me. Instantly, that devil of depression in me rose up and spoke through me, because it wasn't me that said it. I wouldn't answer a woman of God like that. I just turned and said, no, ma, I won't do it. And mommy gently said, I won't tell you about it again. You can go. And I turned and walked out and decided not to go back again. On Monday, I went to work, and this is where my journey of turnaround started. I went to work, and my house is at Adelabu, and Big Mommy then was living at Aguiyi. I called Okada, and instead of saying Adelabu, I called Aguiyi, and the Okada took me straight to Mommy's house and stopped. And when I came, what are you doing here? And I walked into Mommy's house. I sat down and looked and looked and looked and looked. Mommy looked at me and smiled and passed. The second day, being Tuesday, I boarded a keke, Okada. The same thing happened. All throughout that week, I noticed that if I'm going home, instead of going to my house, I'll call Big Mommy's house, Aguiyi. And it then dawned on me it was time to walk. My elder brother called me and said, Uche, your next level is in service. And I decided to serve God in singles and married under the tutelage of Pastor Chioma. That International Women's Fire Conference, I worked as a protocol, and I saw myself going back home with mommy every day. It was as if something took me over. Protect her, be there for her, and a new life began. Now, when I was married, I had this phobia for market. I don't go to market. If I go to market, it's as if my head is swelling. My younger sister's husband, if he's online, he will tell you, if I'm going to the market, I'll hold you very tight, as if we're going into the crowd, it's as if my head is swelling. And immediately I come out, I'll have fever. So I don't go to market. Then when Oge was alive, Oge will go to market, shop, and come back. I prefer to go to supermarket and buy things. I will not go to market. So when I started following mommy had a cameraman then, Felix. Bro Felix will go with mommy. We'll stop at Orioba. Mommy will tell Bro Felix, go and buy things. We did it the first time, the second time, the third time. Mommy said, Uche, do you go to market? I said, no, ma, I don't. He said, how do you take care of your home? I said, okay, I used to go to market. He said, you need to learn to go to market. I said, mommy, I have phobia. He said, phobia is all about your mind. Mommy started talking to my mind. She said, it is in your head. If you go to market, nothing will happen to you. Mommy started talking to my mind and my senses. So the first time mommy sent me to market, in the market, I'll be reciting it. Is in your mind. You can go to market. It's all about you. Is in your head. I will go to the market. And I came out the first day, had a little fever. I started doing it regularly. And today, I feel excited. Before mommy makes a call, I'm already in the market. I'm back. Big mommy taught us how to go to market. In less than 30 minutes, you should have bought whatever you want to buy. Come back and cook. Secondly, I didn't have flair to cook again. I wasn't interested in cooking. And there's no how you can stay with Pastor Choma and not learn how to cook. Mommy will rebuke you. Change it. Ask you to go and do it. Do it wrongly. And Pastor Choma can cook very well. Mommy started taking me through cooking process. I started telling me, Uche, the path to your husband's heart is food. What about if you have a child that is lactose intolerant? Mommy, did I get it?
Yeah.
That is lactose intolerant. What will you do? How will you do it? You have to cook. So keep cooking. Even when I cook it wrongly, she will tell me, do it better. One thing about Pastor Choma is that she will never condemn you, no matter what you do. Even if you do the worst things, like a mother, she will spank you with her right hand and use her left hand and draw you back. Mommy started putting me through the path of Bible study. Yes, I used to be interested in things of God, preach, but when that depression took me over, it washed off everything about studying the Word of God, praying. Pastor Choma taught me that you can pray at any time. Anytime you feel like you have not prayed, pray. You can pray in the bedroom, you can pray in the toilet, you can pray in the market, you can pray in the road, on the road, you can pray in the office, you can pray everywhere. I started praying again. I started studying the Bible. Mommy is online. Give me Bible to preach. Because I wasn't studying again, it wasn't coming. Even if it comes, it doesn't flow. I started joining mommy gradually. Mommy taught me how to use the camera. Mommy bought a camera and there was no cameraman then. And the editor, Ogan came, put me through on how to start the camera, fix it. And today, I can proudly say I can handle the camera, I can do mommy's online. Mommy started giving me tasks. Mommy tell me, Uche, I want you to work on this video. I will go online and learn how to edit videos, remove audios, and they will come out fine. One thing Pastor Choma will do, she will encourage you. Mommy started encouraging me, Uche, do this. She will give me a task and I will do it. She said, well done. And I'll go back and I will dance. Then when it's time to rebuke, Big Mommy will flog you with her mouth and you go back and cry. But if you are sensitive enough, you come back and do the right thing. And you see Mommy will take you along the right path. In fellowship, I started becoming active. In the house, I started becoming active. I practically relocated to Big Mommy's house. I found peace. One day, Mommy told me, Uche, leave my house. Hey, that day I cried. I cried. I said, Mommy, I find peace here. I have an aged parent, grandma and grandpa, but Big Mommy, Pastor Choma met them before she met me. And one day she was talking to Big Mommy and Grandma said, yes, I know her. I know her. Uche, if being under Pastor Choma will make you better in life, we release you to go. And that was how I started working with Pastor Choma. One day, Mommy asked me, Uche, when you see married couples, what do you do? I said, Mommy, I cried. She said, no, you shouldn't do that. It's the wrong attitude. I said, which one is wrong attitude again? Pastor Choma will teach you attitude. You cannot get it wrong. With Pastor Choma, you will never get it wrong. She will teach you how to answer calls. She will teach you how to greet people. She will teach you how to talk. Sometimes I will send her a message and I'll remember I did not put ma. I'll go back and delete it and say, please, ma. Big Mommy will tell you, if you want to greet, say, yes, ma. There are even some people I will say, yes, ma. He said, Uche, that one is not ma. And the next thing I will say, okay, ma. And I want to talk to the person, I'll say, ma, because I've gotten used to saying ma, sir. Big Mommy said, Uche, that is not it. Big Mommy knew I was depressed. She's the best person that can handle a depressed person. She didn't jump into it. She started bringing me out gradually, talking to me, teaching me the word, telling me things. She will sometimes give me scriptures to read. She will sometimes give us a task and say, bring us scriptures that have to do with marriage. Bring us scriptures that have... So when she's giving that assignment online, I'll still go back and begin to read it. And today, let me tell you, service with Mommy has done so much in my life. Pastor Choma taught me not to depend on my salary. She said, Uche is not about your salary. Pastor Choma taught me how to sow seed. Pastor Choma will tell you, I hate poverty. So anytime she says, I hate poverty, I will echo behind, I hate poverty. She will say, I cause poverty. I say, I cause poverty. One of the days I had a reason to travel and I didn't have money and I didn't tell anybody. Pastor Choma reads your face. God gave her this insight. She knows what is in your inside. She knows your thoughts. She can interpret it. Pastor Choma will look at my face and say, Uche, you're hungry, go and eat. I said, no, ma. She'll go and buy Complan. Uche, get hard weight. I will laugh. That is how much she cares about the people around her. But one thing she has taught us is not to abuse the relationship. So I came online, I was behind the camera, and Pastor Choma said, I want us to bless my PA. I laughed. I said, I want us to sow into the life of my PA. And they started sowing. At the end of the day, they brought 430,000 and Pastor Choma added 70,000. And the next, instantly, give mommy money. Oh, mommy can account to the letter. You can trust Pastor Choma with money. You will not miss. Rather, she will put her money and she transferred the money. I collapsed. I held her legs. I started screaming. She said, Uche, what is it? I said, Mommy, I didn't tell you. You didn't tell me what? I said, somebody offered to pay for my registration, but I will spend the time with him all throughout my stay in Abuja. But I said, God forbid, I will not do it. But like you have taught me, I took it back to my father, God, and I left it there. And see, Mommy, God has used you to do this. Pastor Choma, instantly, she prayed for me and said, go. Do you know I had money for my flight, for my registration, for my annual subscription, and had change. That is Pastor Choma for you. She did not remove one kobo from that money. Rather, she added her money to make it up. 500,000. Service under Pastor Choma has brought a lot of things to my life. Mommy brought me an Italian shoe. Mommy traveled one time to the US and came back and gave me 4 pairs of shoes, not one. Mommy bought this Italian shoe, a blue Italian shoe. I will not forget that shoe. Very costly. It still had the tag. I think it was written either $17 then or $17.99. It still had the tag on it. Mommy, a blue shoe. I will wear that shoe and come and people will say, hey, Uche, where did you buy this shoe? I said, I didn't buy it too. It's Big Mommy that gave me Pastor Choma. I didn't buy it too. This your mommy loves you so much. I will laugh. There's this evening gown. It still had label. A purple gown. Glittering. Pastor Choma came one day said, Uche, try this cloth on yourself. I laughed. He said, Uche, this cloth will only fit you. And that dress entered into me. And it was perfect. And God started taking me through the journey back to realities. That young girl that used to be depressed, that wouldn't laugh, can easily teach women, can easily go to church, carry children. I came back to children's department in my church, Methodist Church, Grace Methodist Church. I returned back to children's department, started teaching the children. From there, I joined the teens church. From there, I could easily tie wrapper and go for Modern Sunday and not feel bad. I feel happy now. And to crown it all, I had an invitation from Presbyterian Church to preach. And I was so scared. I came to Big Mommy. Big Mommy said, Uche, go. That is what Pastor Choma will do for you. She will not say, why would you go and preach? No, rather she will give you the words to teach. And I must say that that message, that sermon that day, it was exactly as Pastor Choma taught me. She taught me, spoke it into my ears, told me this is what this topic is all about. She just said it's a simple thing. I said, it's a simple thing because of, he said, no, it's nothing. And she pieces the message for me. And I was able to stand before that crowd because I had the backing of my mother. Not forgetting, I used to have goiter on my neck. Mommy, can you remember? Every day, Mommy used to say, Uche, this thing on your neck, I don't like it. Pastor Choma will take care of you, even your hospital needs. And she said, I don't want it. What do you want? Sincerely speaking, I don't know what is lesser surgery. I said, Mommy, I want lesser surgery. She said, do you know how much it is? Do you know what it costs? I don't know what it is. I just know lesser. But Pastor Choma refused to sleep. 2018, 2019, 2020, Mommy had to call UN, United Nations, to calm down. Got a doctor. There was no slot for thyroidectomy, that's removal of thyroid gland, goiter. There was no slot. But Pastor Choma made it work. And on 28th of December 2020, during that COVID, they came. Pastor Choma was not around, she traveled. Mommy did not eat. Mommy did not drink water. She stayed on the line waiting from the time I entered the theater till I came out. Mommy was praying for me. A surgery I did in a what do they call it? Health center, not a big hospital facility. Angels of God were surrounding me. Even while the surgery was going on, it turned 8 p.m. Then we were having a program every 8 p.m. The doctor said immediately I started shouting, "Give me my phone. I have an online. I need to join mommy online to show you how crazy the service had taken me over." And God saw the heart of Pastor Chioma, who brought those doctors. God preserved me. I went through that surgery. My elder sister Stozoma was there with me. She said she was looking at how they opened my neck. And after 3 days, it was as if I didn't have any surgery. The wound had healed. If you look at my neck, you wouldn't see no sign. I used to have colloids when I have surgery, but this is the first time I had surgery, and it's just a tiny line, you won't see it. And Pastor Choma made it happen. Not only that, I became sick this year on my birthday. Pastor Choma took it upon her head, took me to the hospital, prayed and prayed and prayed with my elder sister. My elder sister said, it's only Pastor Choma that she will listen to. And they said, we need to transfuse immediately. Mommy said, okay, go ahead, go and do it. They brought the blood, she prayed for me. And she said, Uche, that affliction will not rise again. Since the ending of February till today, I've been so strong, healthy, and getting stronger every day. I must sincerely appreciate Pastor Chioma for giving me the opportunity to be where I am today. I can open the scriptures now and I'll be able to interpret what is in that scripture without even studying it. I can be called up now to say a word and I'll be able to say it like as if I have already prepared it. I also sincerely want to thank every member of Singles and Married who stood by me. Thank God for my parents, grandpa and grandma, Edikura and their wife, and my siblings that stood by me, that gave me the opportunity to go and serve under mommy. If they had not allowed me, I would not have been here. But they made the journey easy for me. They said, go. Like someone was returned back to God. They returned me to God under the tutelage of Pastor Choma. And I want to encourage everyone here online. If you are passing through depression, there is a way at the end of it. To see that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Pastor Choma helped me to look up and not look down. Pastor Choma helped me to smile. Instead of being, she will give you reasons to smile. Pastor Choma gave me reasons to look through the tunnel and see that there is an opening at the end of the tunnel. She made me understand that life has not ended. Are you going through depression? Did that guy leave you? Let me tell you, stand up. Pastor Thomas said, pull yourself together and put yourself back into the shelf. It is a good riddance to a bad rubbish. God does not want it to be. He left you. No, 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 don't cry. Know that you have value. You have what? Know your value. Know your worth. Carry yourself. Face God. And you see that God did not make a mistake. Somebody asked me this morning, I think this today, I'm in a conference. I said, Uche, it's been that long. You have not remarried since 2009 till now. I said, no, God wanted me to pass through a journey. God wanted to teach me about life. God wanted to transform my life. God wanted to give me a new sense and a new life. That is why I went through the school. And I must say, I am gradually passing through the school. Don't be depressed. Don't put it to mind. You're looking for that thing, it has not come. Yes, the Bible says, hope waited for making the heart weary. But when you look unto God, He said, with joy will you draw out from the well. With joy, Pastor Choma taught me the reason to be joyful in life. And today, that person that used to be sad, that used to sink myself, that withdrew into my shell, look at me today. I am a camera woman. I am an editor. I can stand now and discuss the word of God. I can now talk to other widows, people who have been widowed, and I can tell them, this is what you can do to come out of it. I want to return all the glory unto God. And Pastor Choma, thank you for the opportunity to serve. Thank you for not throwing me away even when I made mistakes. There were times I made stupid mistakes that I'm not even supposed to be here today. But God, Pastor Choma showed me love.